Hi bakers, I'm Sally, and today I'm going to show you a few different ways to freeze homemade cinnamon rolls so you can make them ahead of time and then enjoy warm rolls whenever you want them. The first method I'll show you is freezing the cinnamon rolls right after you shape them before they have their second rise. The rolls will need to have their second rise after thawing before you can bake them. I made this dough earlier and I cut them into rolls. And now I'm placing them in my greased baking dish. Make sure that the dish you're using is freezer safe. This is a Pyrex glass pan. You could also use a disposable aluminum pan. I'm going to cover the pan with a layer of plastic wrap, followed by a layer of foil for extra protection in the freezer. I'm going to label the foil with the name, date, and instructions for what to do after freezing. Now they're ready to go in the freezer. This is a pan of shaped rolls that I already had frozen. Last night I moved them from the freezer to the refrigerator to thaw. Now they need to sit at room temperature for a couple hours to rise before baking. Unbaked rolls that have been frozen take longer to rise than if you just freshly made them because they've been thawing in the refrigerator overnight and the dough is much colder than it would be if you were making them fresh. Once they've risen, bake them per the instructions. The second method I'll show you is par baking the cinnamon rolls for just 10 minutes, letting them cool and then freezing them. This method takes a little more planning and timing up front, but you don't have to wait as long for them to rise after thawing and before baking. The rolls in front of me here, I par baked them for 10 minutes. I've let them cool completely, and now I'm going to cover the baking pan the same exact way, a layer of plastic wrap and a layer of labeled foil. These par baked rolls are ready to freeze. This is a pan of par-baked rolls which I froze, and then last night I let them thaw in the refrigerator. Now I will let these rest at room temperature for about a half an hour while the oven preheats. Then I can finish baking them, which takes 15 to 20 minutes. This is a batch of fully baked cinnamon rolls that was frozen, and then I thawed them in the refrigerator overnight. Just like with the par-baked version, let them sit at room temperature for about a half an hour while the oven preheats. Remove the foil and plastic wrap and then loosely recover the rolls and bake at 350 degrees for just about 20 minutes or until warmed through. The foil is important for reheating so the cinnamon rolls retain their moisture and don't get too brown on top. I hope this video has been helpful. It's convenient having various options for freezing cinnamon rolls because you can choose which method works for your schedule.